taking a look at baddhakonasana or bound angle, or it's also sometimes known as butterfly pose. So this is a seated posture. And what we'll do is we'll bring the soles of the feet together and then try and bring the heels as far back as you possibly can. Just starting here, if the hips and the knees are a little bit stiff, what you can do is just jiggle those knees up and down a few times, just to try and encourage those hips and those knees to release a little. And also to let them know that the body is safe in this position. Kind of warming up through the legs here. Once you're feeling a little bit warmer, then we'll get the spine in the correct position. So with the bottom and the sit bones, we want to make sure that they're both even and connected down on the hip. So not one hip one side or the other. If you need to, you can roll up a blanket, place that under the hips, give you a little bit more lift. Perhaps if your back is a little bit sore, this can be helpful. If you have sensitive knees or any sort of knee problems, another thing you can do is you can place some blocks underneath the thighs. Try not to push them in too strongly. We still want the legs to work a little bit, but just let your body know that those blocks are there and that it's safe to open the legs out in this position whenever we're doing any opening. With the legs like this, it can be quite difficult if you're tight through the inner thighs to release effectively. If the body feels unstable and unsafe, so these blocks are a really good idea if you're still working on opening those legs out. Placing the hands are really comfortable, ideally around the ankles. Maybe you can reach the feet to the toes. Or you can just rest the arms somewhere on the thighs. Relax. Now the body, making sure the pelvis is in a neutral position so that you're not too far forward, tilting too far forward, or leaning back to get in this position. We want to be in a neutral position here. Lifting up and down the waist through the front and back body, sides of the waist. So I don't want any like slouching. The whole body needs to work in this position. So growing tall through the spine. Imagine you've got a string attached to the top of your feet that's lifting the torso upwards. Roll the shoulders back and down. Make sure the arms are relaxed, the shoulders and the head. And we'll just pause here, take a few breaths. If you're doing this position without the aid of blocks, now what you do is just using the leg muscles. Try and push those knees further down towards the mat. This will encourage the legs to open a bit more. Hold here for a couple of breaths, encouraging those knees down towards the floor a little bit more. One more breath here. And now you can stay here if you like. Or we can start to bring the body through the arms. We're hinging from the hips, not bending through the back. And bring the body forward through the arms. You can slightly press the elbows down into the thighs as we do this. Bring the body forward as far forward as you feel comfortable. And as we do this, we inhale, grow tall. Breathe space into any tight areas that we have in the back or in the hips or in the knees. And as we exhale, soften through those areas. Let the body know that it's okay. Just slowly opening the body up. Even if you're only going forward a centimetre, maybe even a millimetre, it's still progress. One more breath wherever you are. And the hands down to the mat. Slowly bring the body back up. You don't want to snap the body back up forward for a while. Just take it nice and slow. Walk the hands back towards you. And take a few slow breaths. When you're ready, using hands on the outside of the thighs, bringing the knees back together in front of you. And then releasing the legs. Give the legs a little wobble if they need. Maybe rub the legs a little.